Hey everyone, Sheree here. Today I'm going to be doing a traveller's notebook spread using some fun new stamps from Kerri Bradford Studio. I thought I'll run through the stamps with you first and then I'll let you know what I've already got organised here to use. Alright, so the first one we've got here is the new Chicago alphabet, and I absolutely love that you have the option of these other letters in the smaller size with the line underneath. I think that's really cool. The next one I've got here is a number to count, and I've chosen the 100% and easy as 1, 2, 3 stamps from this set to use. And the third brand new stamp set this month is inked, and this is super cool. They are ink splatters, and this is just so fun. You know, sometimes when you do your own ink splatters using paint or ink, you really don't have much control over where your ink splatters are going to go, but with this stamp set you can use whatever colour you like and you can place those ink splatters exactly where you want them, which is what I love about this set. So I'm really looking forward to playing around with that. I've got a couple of older stamp sets here too. I've got Label Maker, which I'll be using this one here for one of my pieces today. And I've also got this older set called Found, and there's a few phrases on this one I'm going to use called, this one's delicious, can I have more of this, I've got this arrow I'm thinking I might use, and the this arrow will banner down in the bottom corner here. I'm definitely going to use that. So that's all the stamp sets that I'll be using today. I do already have the alphabet laid out onto a couple of clear blocks here ready to go, so they're already lined up on my block, so that's done. The ink I'll be using today, I've got the Stampin' Up! Wild Wasabi. I think this green matches this paper really well. This is an older paper I've had in my stash for a while. I cannot remember the company. I think it's either Pink Fresh or Pink Paisley. I can't remember, I do apologise for that. I've got my black ink there ready to go, and I'm thinking for the ink splatters today I'm going to keep it really subtle, and I've got the Ultra Morning Frost ink pad there to use for that. Okay, my photo's ready to go. This is a new recipe that I discovered not long ago and I absolutely love it. I'm always on the lookout for those new easy recipes you can use to, you know, just to make a salad that you want to take along to a barbecue, or something new that you can make up to divide into lunches for the week. And this one was a really delicious one that I found recently. I think it's called Nigella's Sesame Peanut Noodles. Really yummy. So anyway, I'm going to record that on this traveller's notebook spread today. Alright, I'll pop you on fast forward and get right into it. Alright, so to begin with, I'm going to make a little tag for my title of this spread. This one's called New Fave. So I've got each word on a different block, so they're already lined up ready to go. And I'm just using this Wild Wasabi ink to stamp this up. So just trying to line those two words up as best I can. And now I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer and I'm just going to cut this into a very simple tag shape. So just trimming up those ends now. Make that other end a little bit shorter as well. And now I'm just going to use a normal hole punch and punch that hole. So that piece is now ready to use. Just cleaning off the ink there so I don't get green ink all over other things. And now I'm just going to do a little bit more stamping. So first up, I've got one of the labels from the Label Maker stamp set, and I'm going to use that same green ink to stamp this label just onto some scrap white cardstock. Alright, so then I've got the phrase easy as 1, 2, 3 going inside this label, and that's from the new A Number to Count stamp set. So that's done, and now I'm going to combine two stamps from two different stamp sets. I've got 100%, which is from the new A Number to Count stamp set, and then the word delicious from the Found stamp set. So I'm just lining those together up as best I can on the block. They are slightly different sizes, but it really doesn't matter, they still look great together. So that one's now there. And then I've got one more phrase from the Found stamp set, and it says, can I have more of this? So I'm just stamping that one on there as well. And now I'll just grab my scissors and cut those ones out, and then I'll do a little bit more stamping as well. Alright, so two more stamps. I've got the this word. I love this little solid stamp. Lovely and black, and you can really see that word really well Love how that one's turned out. I do also use the arrow stamp. These are both from this Found stamp set. I know I'm going to cut these ones out, but I don't think I end up using the arrow on this spread, so I'll save that for another project. So next up, I'm playing with those super cool inked stamps. Now I'm using the Alter New Colour Morning Frost, which is really lovely and subtle, and it's a bit hard to see on camera how this is turning out on the pattern side of this spread, but it really does give a beautiful subtle effect, and I'm really enjoying playing around with these stamps. So I'm moving on to that white side of the spread now, and you'll be able to see a little bit better how these splatters are turning out, and I'm really loving these stamps. So I decided to put everything back into place just to make sure that where I'm going to add more stamps, you'll be able to see it out from underneath those pieces. So just playing around with placement now, and I'm trying to use a variety of these stamps to get a few different looks, and I just know I'll be using these stamps over and over. So I'll do a bit more of that stamping around both sides of this spread, and you'll see later on in some close-up photos how all of these look, and they do look great. Alright, so I'm ready to start sticking everything down. So I've got my photo getting stuck down onto the right hand side there, and in the top left hand corner I'm adding that solid stamped piece, and then I've got that other phrase, "Can I have more of this?" going on the bottom right, and on that first page I've got my journaling being stuck down, and for the title tag I've got some green twine to tie onto that, so just threading it through the hole there, securing that, and I'm going to add those two stamped pieces underneath the journaling, and I ended up switching them around, so I've got 100% Delicious going straight under the journaling, and then I can add that label underneath that. So my title tag can go on there now as well. Just making sure that's nicely lined up, and now I'm just going to add some stitching using my sewing machine, and I did end up removing that solid stamp just to add a bit of messy stitching under that area before putting it back on. Alright, so stitching is done. I'm going to staple that twine into place so it doesn't hang out of my traveller's notebook, and all I need to do now is add the date under that photo. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how this one's come together. I've really had so much fun playing with these new stamps today, especially that inked stamp set. I'll leave you with these close-up photos at the end, just so you can have a closer look at all these little details. And let me know if you've got any questions, just pop it down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll leave a link down below to Kerri Bradford Studio as well, and I'll see you again soon with another project. Thanks for joining me today. Bye for now.